Welcome to the Considerations video. Considerations are a list of questions broken down into categories used to analyze a specific match. There are certain categories within the considerations that will help match officials determine offenses and when they have been committed. There are currently 237 considerations that FIFA has identified. There are 22 categories within the considerations. I'm not going to list each one, but you can see which ones pertain to offenses that would be committed within the game. Considerations you're already using are the players allowed to play without shin guards? Does the ball enter the goal? Is the player in an offside position? And if so, with which part of the body? I'm going to play this clip a couple times. I want you to ask yourself, do you have a foul or no foul? In which case the restart would be the throw-in. If you do have a foul, do you have any misconduct? Do you have a caution or a yellow card? Do you have a send-off or a red card? Or do you just have a simple foul? Now, review this list of considerations. I'm going to play the clip again with the considerations next to the clip, and you can pause the video and go through each consideration while watching the clip. All right, let's review some considerations. Number 12, what degree of speed and/or intensity does the player use when making the challenge? Speed is generated by distance traveled. This player is traveling approximately 15 yards to make this challenge. Speed plus force is going to equal intensity. Here's a couple more considerations. Does the player act without precaution, disregard for the consequences to the opponent, put the opponent in a dangerous situation, endanger the safety of the opponent? Does the player exceed the necessary use of force when making the challenge? Does the player lunge at the opponent from the front, side, or from behind? What part of the body does the player use to make contact? Does the player use his or her studs when making the tackle? On which part of the opponent's body is contact made? In which direction do the tackler's feet point? For this challenge, the recommendation would be a caution. He's traveling from distance, so he's building up speed intensity. He leaves his feet. Once the player leaves his feet, he is no longer in control of his body. The moment that this player jumps, it's all up to the attacker on what happens afterwards. If the attacker continues moving forward down the field, the point of contact is probably going to be to the back of the legs on white. Luckily, he stops, and this is about as clean as we can get for this specific challenge. You now have a baseline for slide tackle challenges that should result in a caution. Remember, every challenge is different, so you may have more or less considerations present and still have a caution. The more considerations present, the more severe the misconduct. The next few slides are going to contain clips of slide tackles. Utilize the considerations and make a decision. No foul, careless, which would be a simple foul, reckless, which would be a caution or yellow card, and excessive force or endangering the safety of an opponent, which would be a red card or send-off. Here's clip A. I'm going to play it a couple times. There's your list of considerations to utilize. Here's clip B. Same thing. Utilize the list of considerations and figure out what you have. Here's clip C. Here's clip D. All right, let's review the clips. So clip A, this is going to be a careless challenge, which would just be a simple foul. There's little speed, player's only a couple yards away. The challenge is from the front. The player makes contact with the back of his legs to the front side of the opponent, and it is a challenge for the ball. Clip B is going to be excessive force, send off, red card. It's a high speed, challenges from behind. This is a scissor tackle, so it will trap the legs of the player in green underneath the player in white. Is an unnecessary amount of force utilized. Clip C. This is no foul. Low speed, challenges from the front. It's a challenge for the ball. One thing you want to be aware of, if you look at it, the player's right leg is tucked at the beginning of the slide tackle, and then as he slides, he brings his right leg forward. You can see the right foot is pointing up after the challenge is made. Beware of the trail leg. Clip D, this is a reckless challenge. High speed, player has left his feet. The trail leg makes contact from behind. It's an unnecessary amount of force for this challenge. Thank you for watching. There will be more videos highlighting more challenges, and we will point out the considerations utilized in each clip.